Okay, cool. So, should we do theory first?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, you showed me.
That was it. Okay. That was this first one. I wasn't sure, so I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll work out what the notes are if they were
good.
on. But I don't know if that was the right thing. And then I tried to work out. Did I get the first one? I got the first one right.
Yes.
But I just thought, what happened with the rest?
They're hard. I think you need to always consider like what the key signature could be. So I'd probably also write out the sharps that are in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or potentially write out what the sharps would be in order.
Right.
So do you know like what the sharps are in order? In the order that they're written in the key signature?
Yeah, so it's F, C, A, E,
F, C, G. Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good way to write. Yeah, right.
I can write that down for you at some point.
Yeah,
yeah. And then Flat's blanket explodes and Dad gets cold feet.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
So in this one, what? I guess it's hard because you don't actually know what the sharps are. But let's say it's, if you take an example.
Yeah.
Of C.
Yeah.
Now, is it C minor? Could it possibly be C minor?
No.
So we definitely know that's wrong.
Yeah.
So I can work your way through.
Yeah.
So what's this one?
Could be E.
E minor. Okay, so that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So if it is E minor, let's, I think, work from the bottom up.
Right.
So that would be E.
Yeah.
That would be
F sharp.
Yeah.
G.
Yeah.
A. B.
Now, for me, I don't know if you think that immediately. For me, that's a bit of a red flag. A B sharp.
Because it's 6 and 7 that you, isn't it? It's 6
Yeah.
and 7 that get sharpened. So
Yeah.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not. That's. Oh, okay. So is it?
So this one, I'm now just as a kind of initial. This is like how I do it.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking like, that doesn't sound. That seems like that probably isn't going to be right.
Yes.
So let's leave that for now.
Yeah.
Probably wrong, but we'll come back to it later to see if we work out if it could be right.
Yeah.
D minor.
Right. D.
Do you remember what that's got in it?
So it's got B sharp and A sharp.
Not A sharp.
Not A sharp.
But kind of. You've got the right note. It's just not A sharp. Yes. Yeah. Great. Because D minor is related to F major.
Yeah. And so is that's not C sharp then? That's D flat, is it?
No, it's in a minor scale. The seventh is always sharpened.
Right. Okay.
So the seventh note is always a sharp.
Yeah.
In the harmonic minor.
Yeah.
But the key signature is a flat key signature.
Right.
So it can't be D.
Okay.
Because we would definitely have a flat.
Yeah.
Unless, I suppose, it was the sixth that was sharper than seventh. But I think for now we're like, okay, it's probably not that.
Yeah.
Because there's too many sharps.
Yeah.
So we'll avoid that for now. Although again, I think with all these, probably not, but we'll come back to it later to check it.
Yeah.
And then we've got B.
B.
So if it was B.
Yeah.
Let's say that. So we've got, what are we expecting actually in B minor?
God, I'm rubbish. So it's the relative minor of D.
Good. Excellent.
So we're going to have C sharp and F sharp.
Right. Okay. So if it is B, we are expecting F sharp and C sharp. And then we'll deal with potential possible sharps later on. So let's go along. So we've got.
This is going on the.
So this is B
this
minor.
Is B.
So that would be B.
That would be B. That would be C. So
right. So C sharp. So tick.
C. D. E. G.
Nope.
Oh, F.
Good. Looks like a G.
Yeah. F sharp.
Yeah. F sharp. Good.
Yeah.
So that's also good.
Yeah.
F sharp.
G.
Yeah.
A sharp.
Cool. So that's sort of factor of what that could be in a minute.
Right.
So A sharp. That one we're like, oh, is it? Oh,
yeah,
why have we got A sharp? And then.
What did we say at the beginning?
B.
B. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you want to work out if there could be an A sharp in B major, a B minor. Why would there be an A sharp in B minor?
Because
So
it's.
think about what the sixth or the seventh
It's a seventh note, isn't it?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
So that is the answer.
Right. Okay.
There's probably a quicker way of doing that. But I think doing it quite methodically, working your way through it, kind of makes you think about all the different key signatures and teaches you.
Absolutely. I like a method.
Yeah.
So I know I can apply it.
Yes.
Or a strategy. So that's why I looked at what the notes were.
Yeah.
In each of the keys. In each of the
So this is the next one that was also not quite right. So with this one, we've got flats.
Yeah.
So if we do work out what the flats are, blanket explodes, and dad gets cold.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we take the first one here, D minor, what would D minor have?
D minor is it's a so it's F. So B flat, would it?
Good, fantastic. Yeah, B flat. Okay, so we're expecting a B flat.
Yeah.
So if that was D.
Yeah.
D, E, F flat, G flat, A, not a B flat.
Okay, so
D is looking extremely unlikely.
Yeah.
F minor. What's that related to? What we're expecting?
A major.
Flat major.
So that's what we'll have.
So A flat major's got 4 flats. Flat right here. Good.
So
and actually, you don't even really need to think about it because you know if it's 4 flats.
Yeah.
It's B, E, A, D.
Right.
From your
From your thing.
Yeah. So if it is F minor, we're looking for B, E, A, and D. So if we go F,
G, A.
Yeah. So tick for A.
B.
Tick for B.
And nothing else.
No. Okay.
So it's not likely.
So potentially not that.
Yeah.
However, you do also. I think it might be worth checking as you go along. Actually, what the 6th and the 7th notes are.
Right. Okay.
So in F major, so the 2 flats that are missing, if you like, were we had A and B, so E and D are missing.
Yeah.
I think probably worth working out what the 7th notes are in F major.
Yeah.
So it's going to be these 2 notes.
Yeah.
So F, G,
A, B, C, D,
E. So D and E are the other two.
Okay.
What I mean, I kind of helping you a lot here, but like what was I say? What scale would the 6th and the 7th note be sharpened? Because they should be flats.
Yeah.
So once they're sharpened, they become naturals, which is what's happened here.
Right. So so we're thinking it's.
So think about what happens in the melodic minor.
So it changes. It's the 6th and the 7th.
Yeah.
In melodic minor.
Yeah.
But you go back to the.
You go back down in the natural minor.
Yeah.
So this is going up.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of potentially could be an ascending. Yeah. And in the melodic minor, which notes get sharpened?
I always think of it as a mess. I think I don't remember melodic for being a mess because they've added stuff to it.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can remember. So in what we're talking about, in F.
Yes.
So the 6 would be.
Well, so yeah, no, actually, that's what I was going to say. It's the 6th and the 7th.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Right.
So
that's looking quite likely then.
So that's looking.
Yeah.
Extremely likely.
Yeah.
And then you can check the rest. So I'm going to whiz through this a little bit more. But E minor would have an F sharp in it.
Yeah.
So that's really very not possible.
Yeah.
C minor is actually a bit of a possibility. I think that's what you went for.
Yeah.
But if we go, what would we be expecting in C minor related to E flat, if that's helpful?
So E flat. This is E flat. No. Yes. E flat. B flat. E flat.
Yeah.
A.
Yes. B E A.
B E A. Yeah.
Fantastic. So we if it was to be C minor, we want the E A.
Right.
We've got C, D,
Yeah.
E. That's good.
Yeah.
And
F.
yeah,
F flat.
an F flat on the 4th.
Yeah.
If that had come up maybe on the 6th or the 7th note, you might be like, maybe it's. I mean, it can't be, but
Yeah.
you might question it a bit. But on the 4th, there's not going to be anything that's out of the ordinary.
Right.
So immediately that's like, yeah, it can't be C minor.
Okay.
The only one we've worked out it could be is F, which
Okay.
is the melodic. So you need to consider the harmonic, the sharp seventh,
Yeah.
the melodic, the other ones as well. So there's a lot of examples.
I don't think I've done one like that before.
No, they're really tricky. I also want to myself have a think about if there's a better way, because there's definitely that's very long-winded.
Yes.
And there's obviously a quicker way, but you need to be quite familiar with the scales.
Yeah. I don't know if they're, because this is you've seen it be the new one, and I wonder if they've done it in.
So it's not in every test, I think. Because what was that, the first?
That's the first one.
Okay, yeah. It's not going to be in every test, but it does come up.
Yeah.
That would and that would take up a big chunk of time.
Yes.
I think it's really good to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Pass. What else?
And then we had this.
Interval.
Yes.
Now, what is the interval?
So it's A to F. So it's a compound 6.
Fantastic. What intervals are perfect?
4, 5.
Right,
I should have known that.
Yeah, I think that was one you could have got right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
These I was like, yeah, fair enough. They're really hard.
Yeah.
That one I was like, okay, I don't know why I did that, but absolutely, like, perfect.
Okay.
And so I'm not worried about that. I feel like that was one of those, just like
Yeah.
And then these are tricky as well.
Yes.
At
least I got 2 of them right. I was quite pleased.
Yeah.
When I saw it, because I took a little while to do it and a lot of thinking about it. I don't find
so
it easy with this.
We need to work out a compound major sixth from G flat.
Right.
So if you just get rid of compound for a minute, you just think what major sixth would be. So from G flat, I mean G flat's one of those ones you do know the scale, but it is a bit of a tricky one.
Right.
So you could make it easier for yourself.
Yeah.
By turning it into G.
Right.
So let's say we've got G flat.
Yeah.
And if you go like minus or like plus a semitone.
Yeah.
And then it's G.
G, yeah.
And then work out what a major sixth above G would be. I think that's easier.
A major sixth?
Yeah.
Above, what did we say? G? E. Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. So G to E is your interval.
Yeah.
That's correct. So then to make it G flat, you need to do the same thing to both of them. So G to E is a major sixth.
Right.
Then we flatten the G to make it G flat, which is what it originally was.
Yeah.
And then
we flatten that as well.
Yeah. So it's E flat rather than E
yeah.
sharp.
Yeah.
And the other thing you can do is you do know G flat major scale.
Yeah.
So if you think of like.
Yeah.
That also gives you the answer in a much easier way. That it's just how in your mind G flat major scale is.
Yes. Oh, I'm pleased I got that one right. I was quite chuffed with that.
Yes. The only thing about it is you don't actually need to write the natural.
Oh, okay. I wondered if
it's automatically natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. Because yes, E to F sharp would be the major second.
Yeah.
And flatten it for the minor. Now, when you did this one, did you do C to B flat?
Yeah.
Because that would have been correct. However, there's a key signature.
Yes.
So that is not actually C.
Ah.
You know, I said like key signatures, you don't really need to consider them.
Yeah.
You don't need to consider them when you're working out the interval,
right.
But you need to consider them when you're working out what the actual first note is.
Right.
So that is a C sharp.
Oh, okay.
Which actually, so you did do it right.
Yeah.
So now that's a sharp.
Yeah.
All you need to do is do the same thing. So for C to B flat was correct.
Right.
That is a minor 7.
Yeah.
So now it's C sharp.
Yeah.
What would it need to be? So you've sharpened that.
Is Is it a double flat?
No, we've sharpened the C.
Oh, sharpened, so we're going up to B natural.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good. And that would be mine as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good.
Okay.
But generally great, I think. Especially as this is the first series that we've done in like a year or something.
I always I think since before Christmas, my goodness me, I couldn't remember. I had to go back and look through my books.
Good though.
So now it's chords, which will be interesting to see
Awesome.
what I've remembered from that.
So chords and terms and signs as well.
Yeah.
So here you go. Okay, so theory.
So yeah, next one is chords, and I think it's only one page. I don't like to give you too much to mark, but
it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah, it's all good.
So I will do chords and terms, signs, and instruments, and then I go into music in context.
Yes.
So if I do those 2 pages,
absolutely.
And I'm ready to
if you want to do music in context, that's fine as well.
Okay.
It's especially because terms and signs takes like me like a second.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay. So theory. Yeah, I'll just write continue basically. Paddington Station. How are you getting on with this?
Yeah, because I was playing it.
You were playing it fine anyway.
Ago.
Yeah.
I
think it was just practicing the last chord.
Yes.
And something about bars 13 and 14.
Here.
I don't remember what it was about those bars.
It's because the rhythm changes.
Okay, so it's just being
Here,
aware.
it's just being aware of that. You've got the first bit of the bar there, but you haven't had it before in all of these.
Okay.
So it does change. But yeah.
Okay, great. Should we look play through?
Yeah. Sorry. I should think what's the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because actually those gaps of rests were like a bit longer than they used to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Good dynamics and articulation. And generally really confidently played. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, I was naughty. I stopped counting.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I tend to do religiously.
Yeah.
So,
I think the only thing is, like, when you're doing a playthrough like that, if you can try and, I know it's really hard, because you kind of lose where you are a bit,
yeah.
but if you can try and keep I think it was at this bar where you're, I don't know, just like played a wrong note or something.
Yeah.
If you can try and almost like
ignore
it and push through that.
Yeah.
Only because it's like sort of sight reading. Yes. I mean, it's not sight reading because you're obviously learning them, but it's sort of like a sight reading exercise. I think.
Yeah.
Trying to keep that beat.
Yes.
Is really important. And even actually, when you have those rests at the end, if you miscount, don't worry as much.
No.
Almost like we'll try and just jump in like roughly the right bit.
This playing this last chord. Do I just on that G? Do I just kind of fade off into nothing, or is it got?
No,
to be
I think it's more abrupt because it's forte. So it's not just an accent; it's forte. So yes, you want the A to be louder than the G because the A's got an accent on it. But I think it's still off. Yeah, and I took everything off at the same time. That one was the best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Jousting?
So this one I hadn't done. So I hadn't started when I saw you last.
No.
So
I have no idea what this one even sounds like.
I quite like this actually. You can. I don't know. I think something about the atmosphere is quite nice. So I must count. Otherwise, I shall.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how are you counting this actually?
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6. Cool.
Right. Sorry. That's it.
Still holding. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Okay, that's really good as well. What was I going to say? Yeah, generally excellent. The only two things I really thought about it were, I didn't notice that you did these things, the slower and the accelerando here. Did you notice them?
No.
Cool.
I
And
knew
you got
they
the
were
rip.
there. Yes.
Yes. But just
Yeah.
keeping in time for now.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think this week we can start to experiment with slower here.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. So the writ definitely is like, gradually slowing down.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking here, probably that's an indication to just be slower from this point.
Yes.
And then
Accelerate after that.
and the accelerando is very short. It's more like bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
bum,
yeah,
bum.
yeah.
So it's an accelerando into the a tempo section.
Yeah.
So I think you can play around with that a little bit this week.
Okay.
And just make sure when you do this rest in the left hand,
There's nothing going like there.
take that off as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So you actually do the rest and same thing you
Yeah.
noticed at the end there, like holding on to the.
Yeah.
You did slow down quite a lot at the end. I think that was just finding the notes. Or was it? I don't know.
It's yeah.
Was it a kind of?
Yeah, I think because I started, so I hadn't touched it at all since a fortnight ago.
Yeah.
I touched it then.
Yeah.
But every time it's very similar, but it's not similar. A little thing. It's what they do in
Same
here.
thing.
They just tweak it a little bit.
So you read it. You
Yeah.
have to read all the
You
notes.
have to. You have to. So
So
the last bit.
yeah.
But it's
So I think if you can try and kind of keep the loud.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Off.
Yes.
End with a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
try and keep that momentum going. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 off. Yeah. Or 1, 2 off.
Yeah. Okay. That as well.
So speed changes.
Yeah.
Rest.
Yeah.
In bar 21.
Yeah.
Ending.
Yeah.
Confident. Yeah. And the other thing I want you to do. Oh yeah. Sorry. What you said?
Any faster?
Yeah. Okay. So this is going to relate. What I was going to say is I think you should, now you're confident with how it sounds and you're
Yeah.
confident counting.
Yeah.
I think we should try and think of it kind of how it should be counted, I suppose, in
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah. Yeah.
we try and count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Or eventually kind of just feel that, rather than counting, feel more where the beat
Yes,
is. So you get
yes.
that kind of. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we give that a go now? Just
Yeah.
beginning.
Good. Shall I play?
Yeah, and I think that feeling the 2 time will kind of automatically make you want to speed it up. 'Cause
Yeah.
really, you have like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you'd have to
Yeah.
count really fast.
It feels like, I mean, jazz thing, it would be energetic.
It would be quite
And lively,
energetic.
yeah.
And so on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
My
That's
left
really good.
hand needs a bit of practice with that as well.
Yeah, okay, cool. But that sounds, yeah, that's good.
Good.
And then do you want to look at the next one as well?
Yeah.
Which, oh, peanuts.
Another peanut.
Okay. Have a scan through. Anything to consider in this? Actually, look at the very start, even before the start.
Cheekily swing the clavers, oh
Yeah.
jolly.
So we got a swan one.
Right, okay. Gosh, I have to remember to do that.
So instead of counting
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3 and,
Yeah.
how is a swan quaver different from that even counting?
It always feels like there's an emphasis on the first.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it kind of is. It's a lengthening of the first. If you
Yeah.
actually look at what technically it is, it's like you're splitting
Yeah.
the 2 quavers into a triplet
Right.
and elongating the first one
Right.
and shortening the second one.
Right.
So it's essentially turning that into a triplet and going da, da, da. But I think don't think of it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Think of it as just like long, short, long, short,
Yeah, yeah,
long,
yeah.
short. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So instead of just think of the and as being closer to the 1 and 2.
Okay.
So kind of more like that,
Yes. Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
But mess around with, like, have a go.
Okay.
If it comes out funny, we'll talk
We'll
about
sort
it
that
next
out
week.
next week.
Yeah. The only hard thing, I suppose, is when you've got a rest, because that still needs to be fun.
Yes.
So you get that kind of
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good. Good.
Okay, so we've still got loads going on. Arabesque.
I haven't
Who
played
is that?
arabesque a lot.
And
because
arabesque you kind of know.
I'm fine because I've got there's 4 pieces now, so there's with the 2 sight reading and then
Yes.
the Russian.
Is this one right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I did
Oh, you did the chords.
I don't know if they're right.
Let's have a look.
So I thought the first one was D minor.
Definitely D minor. Excellent.
G minor second inversion.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Well done.
A minor 7.
Awesome. Let's see. Well, yes and no. Definitely yes. Apart from the fact that if you look at the right hand, like it would be,
Yeah.
if you look at the right hand, all the C's are sharpened,
Yes.
which kind of takes it to A major. But
Okay.
if you'd only looked at the left hand, which you were doing,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's more A major because of the influence of what the right hand's doing there.
Yeah.
But yes, A major 7th. Great. Really, really nice. And
Back
good.
to the minor and
Perfect.
then again.
great. And that's nice because that's just a little pattern that repeats.
Yeah.
twice, so
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah.
F major tonic.
Yeah. I
Perfect.
said not to do that one.
Oh, yeah. I said that's like a
Yeah.
slightly complicated one. Could be various things, but I just think just see that as the pattern.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think with knowing these ones, it helps you
Yes.
to your F major. Great, just play it. With that, it's like
Yeah.
sure that you've got two chords here, haven't you?
Yeah.
So for the first one, it's not A minor second inversion.
Oh, okay.
A minor. What notes are in A minor? Good. What notes?
What have I got? So I've got something different.
Yeah. You've got A, D, and F.
So it's going to be D. Is it?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's literally just change that to a D.
Yeah.
But however, it is second inversion, so I sort of think.
Right.
I feel like you did work that out right, but wrote the wrong thing or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, absolutely.
And then it changes here too.
Yeah. Yeah, good. What's that? We've had that. Yeah.
So it's A major 7.
Great.
Okay. Yeah. D minor. Yeah. And F major tonic.
Yeah, chord.
And the same as that.
Okay, you did the same thing here. So
Yeah.
You worked it out here.
Yeah.
Just major because of the sharp
Yeah.
again. Nice. What's the cadence at the end?
Oh, crikey. Perfect.
Yes. Tell me why though.
I don't know. It's such a long time ago since we've done them. I've got because that's the next bit. And
Yeah,
the
in
theory.
the chords.
And I thought we could have to look back at what we did because
Do you remember what perfect cadence is?
It's 1 to 5. 1 to 5.
Other way around.
5 to 1.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So we're in the key of D here. So A is your fifth.
Right.
And D's your tonic.
Okay.
Awesome. Should we play?
Yeah. It's not
How are you?
perfect.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't remember where we were.
Um,
Have we even done this the week? Have I even heard you play this?
No.
Okay, it was just
it's
new
the
last
first
week,
time
right?
you said to me, have a go.
Okay, cool.
So I did. It's not perfect. I know it's got to be quicker.
Yes, eventually.
Probably the first two lines are much. I know probably better than I do in this one.
Yeah,
so we'll see how it goes. And I always have one little bit where I think,
okay,
and that's the bit there.
that's that bit. Okay, yeah.
So and it's this.
Okay.
So I know I need to practice that some more. So we'll see how it goes.
That's good. It's good to have a section that you.
Yeah. So
yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, that's really nice. I feel like that's in a good position for you to now kind of take it and speed it up. So I'm really happy with kind of everything actually. The articulation is really detailed.
Be careful with that.
Yeah, that was all I was going to say.
Right.
Just make sure, treat it more like a staccato. Like, not really.
Yeah.
But enough that you then make sure that that rest happens.
Yes.
I mean, this one is a staccato as well, so I feel like that easily could be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think at speed as well, it's going to feel kind of like that.
Okay. So up the speed.
Yes, so faster tempo. And then, can you just do me that bit again? Because I feel like
Where am I from?
Okay, good. So, fantastic. I think, yes, just make sure your hand knows the shape. It might even be worth just doing a little exercise. just kind of a
Yeah.
bit to get your hand
Get my hand into it.
repetitively
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
The other thing I was thinking is, did you move up to 5 there? What if you leave your hand in the shape of a bigger D minor chord? So 5 on the D, and then 4, 2, 1, or 3, exactly.
Well, that
Is
would
that kind of?
Yeah. But I need to practice that.
Yeah.
So.
Because then you can almost do this, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
same thing at the end.
Yeah.
5, and it could be 3 or 4. I'll put
Yes.
4 because that seems. Because at the end you're kind of like, you know, you're there, then you jump up and back again.
And
So
say
you
this
stay in
too.
Yeah, exactly that.
So could you stick that down in my notes for me?
Yeah, so bar 12.
Yeah.
And 16 it would be. What should I write? Like stay, left hand stay in
Yeah, in the position. So keep my little finger down on the.
little finger. Could have just written 5. Little finger stay on D.
Yeah.
And then that bar, which is 12.
Because it's.
Or maybe 11. So
I think it's
11 and 12. Yeah.
Because,
It's getting into it.
and then you do this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it quickly
It starts like a D minor chord, but I think it's getting from there.
Yeah.
It's almost. You could also take out that bit and practice that,
Yeah.
and then practice the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then so you've got these kind of like different
Yes.
practice sections that you repeat.
Yeah.
Lots of practice, and then sort of repeats little sections.
Yeah.
I think once, I mean, it's already not slow. You're already playing it quite.
It needs to be quick enough. It's a pocket.
Yeah, and it just feels that it's that kind of.
Yeah.
I always feel like here, when you get here, it's like, I think maybe because it's been minor at the beginning, it feels kind of really extra energetic when it goes to that major.
Yeah.
Like, if you get that nice.
Yeah.
You know, just like keep that momentum going. It's a fun piece though.
It is nice. It wasn't difficult to learn, but it's just kind of with all pieces of music, something you know, think, well, that's different. That struck for ages. I could not get that. I had to really practice quite hard with that. But yeah, no good.
Make this bit your best, most confident bit.
You
I
always
think
say that,
to
don't
get
you?
the worst bit and make it your best bit.
Absolutely. Yes, great.
What else would I say about that? Yeah. Oh no, it's just what you said earlier. Like it's nice that it's kind of simple.
Yeah.
But because I don't think we often play things that are this fast.
No.
So it's a good one for your fingers.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Get used to that new speed, and hopefully,
yeah,
when we get harder pieces,
yeah,
it's going to be. Okay. Take the line for a walk.
Yes. Right. Getting on with it probably is the right word.
Okay.
Yeah, I've put some fingers in here. I've had to write it because all in because I found it really difficult too.
Yeah.
I've had to write the notes in because they are way above the top of the stave here.
Okay.
And then they don't go where you think they're going to go.
Got you.
But it's coming on. I think it's better. I think these are better than they were. I've been very aware. It's interesting because even things like, and I was playing the 4 a lot of the time there, which completely mucked up my finger.
Changed everything. Yeah.
So I had to.
Just make sure you write it in.
So I was doing the right thing. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So,
Okay.
oh come on. Can I just play?
Absolutely. next time you play it. Here, just be a little bit aware around this section.
Yeah.
You tend to hover a little bit on the C at the end, and then make the rest of it long. So here you're going time. Dun, 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 dun. Rest. That should be. Dun, 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 dun. Rest. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
So just be aware of your timing
Yeah.
there. Rest. Dun, dun. Did that feel really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Still bugs me that bit. I don't quite know why.
It's awkward to play. It's a bit hard getting two up there, isn't it?
Now, where do I go from there? Do I go to two? Two on the
Okay, no. 1, 2, 4, 3, 1.
And then one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a comfortable piece to play. So I don't think. I mean, some of it is. I think the beginning sections are right.
Yeah.
That bit's a bit awkward, and I don't think any fingering is going to make it comfortable. So I think it's just a matter of repeating it until it feels right.
Yeah, and I think what I have been doing is I practice the sections. I now need to unpick this a bit more too.
Yeah.
And do it kind of almost, I don't know, and just get it really into my head.
Yes.
The next bit is interesting. So we are 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then we're 1 and 2 and 1 and it's fingering 2 and 1 and 2 just 1 and then I'm going from there to.
No, you should have. We wanted to end on a thumb there, which you didn't.
Okay, let's try.
Should we get some
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 1
Yeah.
and 2
And then kind of up. Yeah. And then you're more.
I can go there.
That's so much better, I think.
Yeah, no, that's right. So, and the pedalling.
Yes.
So I start pedalling from this top note.
Yep.
1 and 1 and 2 and.
That's 3 and 3. Oh no, yeah, but 2's fine then, actually. Yeah.
That's fine. 2 and 1.
Pedal off.
2.
So the pedal goes up on the D, so when you hit these, that's when you come off.
Right, okay.
Then again goes.
And then I'm swinging up to.
Yeah, lovely. Swinging. And then here you can leave. Get ready. Oh, no, sorry, yeah, because the pedal's on.
Yes.
You don't have to hold that chord for. You don't have to hold it with your fingers. You can pretend. You've got quite a big leap up, haven't you? So it's boy-way 1, 2. You can get ready for the next one.
And then I'll
Sorry, saying that. In doing that, you don't then want to go like boom.
No.
Because that's not technically you should be holding it.
Yeah.
But we're kind of cheating to get ahead. So, but do ground the chord before you suddenly don't bounce.
So it's down. So
it's like.
So it's down.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
That's better.
I'm
Yeah.
going 1 and 2 and 1.
And then pedal off when you play this note. Good.
2 and 1 and 2.
good.
Can I play
Yes.
just that? Then I'll battle. I'll do the rest too. But
Yeah.
just so that
So
I've
you've
got
got fingering right.
So I've done 1.
E natural. Yeah, okay, yeah, actually. Yeah. Love it. That's absolutely great. G, yeah. Yeah. That's very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then what I was going to say about the beginning as well, I think now you're relatively, it's flowing.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't need to be at any level before you do this, but I think like start to think about the direction of it and the dynamics, because it actually starts quiet. So really, your beginning is quite fun.
Yeah.
Confident.
Yes.
I think we want to try and aim for like a little bit more, calmly flowing, a bit more.
Yeah.
River going down.
Yeah.
Suddenly stopping. You know, like. So do you hear it kind of go up there?
Yeah.
So I think also this week start to think about how you want it to sound, kind of direction, dynamics, phrasing, that kind of thing.
It's interesting. Dolce, sweetly.
Yes,
isn't it?
that's right.
Oh. So you're going.
Where does it say? Oh, that's a different sound. Lovely. Yes. Yeah, that's nice. That made a really big difference to how you played that. So absolutely.
Oh, that's made me think about that. Now.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah.
And you're diminuendo all the way down to piano here. So
Yes.
it's quite a different. I feel like the mood of it might be different to how it is in your head at the moment.
Yes.
So you've been thinking of it.
I think
I'm
concentrating on the notes really.
Of course. Yeah. And there is something about it that makes you want bum 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 bum. Play every note kind of clearly. But yeah.
Okay. I'll take that, and then I'll do the fingering for the rest.
Yes.
As you say, I think this is going to be.
See how you get on. Yeah. And see what you decide seems like a good fingering.
Yeah.
Loco, you might not have seen before. It's just because, and actually just to point out this, if you get this far, you've got the octave thing, which is play the octave higher.
Yeah.
Loco's just reminding you to go back to normal, like it ends there.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means. Ossia. You can look that one up.
Yeah. So it's kind of each time.
So watch out, actually, you're moving around a lot.
Yeah.
This is both an octave higher and then back to normal.
Yeah.
That's an octave. Yeah. So you've got like quite a lot of. It's going to be wide.
Right.
Awesome.
Good. Oh
gosh.
So great. Thank you very much.
Theory was quite long today, I think.
Yeah. I owe you. Don't I?
Yeah.
Fees for the next one. I think.
Let me check my. That does not want to stop.